To figure out how to make concrete cheaper and more sustainable, where would you start? That's the task for SUNY Canton students. NS7 News reporter Sean Brinda tells us their ideas are pretty solid.
Who goes to college to watch concrete dry? Students like Cameron Hodson and Emma Kielmeyer at SUNY Canton, mixing up different batches of concrete and studying the science behind it.
For our mixes, we're trying to do we're doing about 7 mix designs right now and trying different slag and fly ash and using coarse aggregate and fine aggregate to find a perfect combination for what we're doing.
The Civil Environmental Engineering Technology program here at SUNY Canton is working on developing lightweight concrete. What that means is it makes concrete less expensive and more sustainable. Professor Dr. Saeed Haji Gasmali says the research not only helps students with their education, but helps push construction industry research further as it looks to make concrete cheaper yet stronger.
You know, the cost should be important for us. Less cost is better, higher strength is better. Having lighter concrete is better.
The SUNY Canton team's ideas are solid, scoring second place at a recent American Concrete Institute competition in Boston, going up against 40 teams. It's the first time Canton has been part of the competition. Sean Brinda, 7 News.